Hi everyone, welcome to your weekly readings for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Moving towards the end of Leo season and with Mars already entering Virgo today, so energies are shifting quickly. You're going to feel that Virgo energy coming in as attention to detail becomes more paramount, but so does focus, hard work, service, and every other value that Virgo represents. And it's also a focus on health in Virgo season. If you're here, please say hi in the chat. Let me know how you're doing, and please like and share the video. Hi to everyone just tuning in. Hi LV, hi Erin, hi Sujata. It's wonderful to see all of you. Hi Amber. Take a moment to settle in. Take a few nice deep breaths in through the nose. Breathe all the way down, fill up your stomach. And as you breathe out, just allow any stresses, thought forms, or anything else you're carrying around just to disappear. Get yourselves nice and settled. Hi, Rena. I'm going to start off in a moment by getting a look at the picture for the collective, and then I'll move on to the 12 signs from Aries through to Pisces. So the picture for the collective for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Let's get a sense of where we're at collectively. Hi, Afra. So I mentioned the Virgo energy, and it can be a critical energy as well as an energy of attention to detail. And the collective energy is one of, on the one hand, big possibilities, things that you feel drawn to do, to pursue, to move forward on, to advance, to tweak, alter. Very, very good. And then the conscious mind, the Virgo mind, Virgo's ruled by Mercury, starts to kick in. And what do? You start coming up with every reason under the sun not to do the things that you feel you want to, or that you're drawn to, or that you should. Oh, that's not going to work for this reason. Oh, and I can't do that. Oh, and there's this in the way, and I can't. I've never done that before, so that's out. So you start sabotaging yourself. You start defeating yourselves in that way if you're not careful. The Two of Wands comes up in the subconscious mind, so it's a good time to be starting new things, planting those seeds, those bulbs, those new ideas, new ways of doing things. But what happens? The conscious mind kicks in. Who's in the conscious mind? It's the Queen of Swords. Oh no, not going to do that. I don't like them anyway. And that's no good, and that's no good. And then you start to tear it all down. You start to defeat yourselves, and there is no need at this time. Waited long enough, but the Three of Wands is in the past, and now you got to get cracking on things. And you know the things that you want to move on, that you want to advance on. You go, oh, but with the Seven of Cups, I can't see where it's all going to go. I don't know it's going to work out, so I'm just going to not do it. And if you always do what you've always done, guess what? You always get what you've always got. So take the time to deconstruct your reasons for holding back, for not moving forward. Everything coming up in your mind, write it down and then challenge it. Challenge it. Don't Accept the excuses that your conscious mind comes up with, all the barriers that you set up for yourself, because there's no need. It can be much smoother, much easier than that. And the future shows up as the 5 of Wands. This means you're going to be busier in the future. So there will come a time when it's not so easy to move on those new things or change your plans. But this time you can. You absolutely can. The energy is there for it. And the 7 of Cups doesn't have to be, I don't know how it's going to work out, so I don't do it. It's going to be, everything is possible. All bets are off. So I can move on this because actually it's a new start. It's a new beginning. This is going to go better. This is going to improve. I'm going to work on this in these ways. And that's like the fork at this time. Good energy to be moving on if you choose to. Or you can stay doing the same stuff, and then I feel like you're not going to get much progress. So that's the choice in front of you as we move into this week, as Mars moves into Virgo, and therefore there is energy available to tweak the minutiae, to change course, to plan things. Use it effectively, or else you wind up turning it on yourself and defeating yourself. And again, there is absolutely no need. That's the collective picture at this time. New beginnings if you want them. I hope that makes sense to those watching. If you are watching, please hit the like button and the share button. Those help me a huge amount. Thank you for reminding everyone about those, Rose Gold. I'm going to move on now to the 12 signs, starting with Aries. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Aries, let's see what you're dealing with this week, Aries. Okay. Okay, Aries, I feel like you've been doing quite well, especially in terms of work or your creative projects, but you're also, you're kind of okay when you're working alone, and your big block seems to be teamwork. It seems to be accepting the views of others, working together, allowing people to challenge you, allowing people to have different ideas and opinions from you without that brewing into an unnecessary argument, fight, or conflict. So I feel like someone says something that is different to your vision, different to your ideas. This is especially true at work. It can be coming up elsewhere. And then you kind of laugh in their face. It's a bit disrespectful. It's a bit disrespectful. It doesn't really give them a chance. It feels unnecessary because I feel like you are preempting them. I feel like your own kind of maybe lack of flexibility in your thinking at this time is projecting outwards, and you just getting quite entrenched, and it's not that necessary. So you're coming in with the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the 3 of Wands. And I feel like what this is actually about for you is a degree of control. Everyone needs to do this my way. Don't take anyone else's ideas on board. So you don't feel like you have much to learn, but in doing so, you're closing yourself off, and I feel like you are making unnecessary enemies with the 5 of Swords, when these could be colleagues and collaborators, as we see in the Three of Pentacles. And with the Three of Wands, yeah, you don't know what's ahead, and that's why you're trying to grab this level of control. But this is going to hold you back. It's going to restrict you, going to restrict your horizons, going to restrict who works with you, going to restrict who trusts you, going to restrict what people think of you, because if you disrespect them in this way, then the chances are they're not exactly going to warm to you. And then you can be quite isolated and a bit stuck. So you need to open up this week, Aries. Bite that tongue if you feel like you're about to mock somebody or their ideas or their beliefs, because they have something to offer you. And I feel like you're going to do a lot better with them moving alongside you. I hope that makes sense for you for this week. The next sign is going to be Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 19th till the 25th of August 2019. Taurus. Okay. Yeah. You're trying to push forward, Taurus. You're trying to push forward, and that's not a bad thing. I feel like you've already had some successes, some things going well for you recently, and you're on a bit of a roll, and you want to keep going and keep going and keep going. So long as you can keep doing the same thing. Don't really want to change path, don't really want to accommodate anyone else. You just want to keep pushing, 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 pushing. And you might be perceiving other people as an obstruction, an obstacle. And you don't want that. You want to push on past them. And maybe you can, maybe you can't, maybe you need to calm down just a little. You're coming in with the Six of Wands, so you're doing well. That's great. You want more success. After the Six comes the Seven, and you might therefore be preempting people trying to get at you, and so you close off. Maybe you're up against somebody else's ideas or authority with the Emperor as well. Very fiery energy in front of you. And I feel like you might be wanting to fight fire with fire, but you don't need to. You don't need to, because you can fight fire with the intellect. Instead, King of Swords, pick your battles carefully here, Taurus. This is like a running theme for the signs already of avoiding unnecessary conflict. I mentioned the collective has already got all these ideas to self-defeat and self-destruct in their own mind that is going to get in the way. And I feel like a lot of people, and certainly Aries and Taurus so far, you're projecting this outwards and seeing everyone else as the obstruction as well. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play it by their game. That's their way. That's no fun. That's no fun. You got to think past this, Taurus. You've really got to think past this. Pick your battles carefully. Maybe somebody who you're up against holds some power or authority as well. And sometimes you go charging in against authority, and that's a good thing. I'm very in favor of that. Anyone who's been watching me for a while knows that I'm not big on authority. However, you do have to pick your battles. And I feel, Taurus, this is someone you can communicate with, you can talk to. So you hold that ability to fight their fire with your fire if you choose to. but I feel that you can win them over through reason, through calmness, through decisions, and through respecting and recognizing where they're coming from. No need to charge in harder than that. You can think your way through this, think your way around it, and if necessary, you can convince them. I hope that makes sense for you, Taurus. The next sign is going to be Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hi, everyone else just joining. Hi, King A. Hi, Super Angry Koala. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 19th to the 25th of August, 2019. Interesting. This feels lovely, Gemini. Really, really nice energy. I feel like you're bringing lightness, you're bringing laughter, you're bringing something beautiful to people's lives when you interact with them at this time. And in particular, I feel a lot of humor that you're bringing, maybe off the wall humor, and some people are really vibing with it. And some are not as well. And be careful how you use your humor at this time, Gemini, because I feel like some people might be dealing with more serious stuff and might not necessarily appreciate it. For others, it's going to help a great deal, but you need to judge your audience carefully at this time. You're coming in with the star, so you're optimistic, hopeful, you're full of light, full of laughter, full of a bit of joy, optimism. That's really, really good. Not everyone is. Justice is showing up, so you have to weigh this carefully, weigh your audience up, weigh who is in front of you, take a more balanced approach if you can. For some of you in particular, this is showing up in friendships, in relationships, and with family members. So people who you're close to, especially, and who you know quite well. And you probably know how to really wind them up at times, as well as knowing how to support them. Go with the supportive side, Gemini. It feels really valuable if you do. But don't force yourself upon them if they need a break either. So for those of you in relationships in particular, if your partner or partners need a bit of space, a bit of a time out, or they need to do something that's a bit more serious, give them the space to be who they need to be. That's the balance that is coming here for you. Do it right, and things become harmonious and beautiful and stronger between you with the 10 of Cups. Because you understand each other, you respect each other, you know which buttons you could push, you choose not to, you choose the supportive and respectful approach instead. If you get that right, harmony, 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 Gemini, that has to be your focus this week. Do not force anything that goes beyond that. Do not impose yourself on somebody who doesn't need you. in their face at this time. But when they do, you can offer something wonderful. I hope that makes sense for you. High neighborhood arts. The next sign is going to be Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Cancer. Some optimism, Cancer. You're not always optimistic. You are at the moment. Feels creative, feels optimistic. I feel like you have people around you this week. They feel supportive. And I feel like you're in this kind of happy, slightly bubbly space. And it's allowing you to feel optimistic, positive, come up with ideas, come up with plans. And it's very, very creative for you. You're coming in with the Empress. And I do feel that other people are paying close attention to you and you're very much in charge, in control. Really, really good. However, you might get a little carried away with that. A little carried away in the sense of feeling, well, this is going to last forever, so I'm just going to relax here, enjoy this, everything's going well, everything's going to keep going well, and the optimism is good. The optimism is good. However, you're going to need some breaks to check in with yourself. The main warning this week is to take time for yourself in the midst of this. Because I feel like you might go through subtle emotional shifts, subtle energetic shifts. If you're all action and always in company, you might miss them and miss the chance to make small adjustments. And they're only small ones, but with the Hermit, they are necessary ones. There's that Virgo energy coming in as the week goes on. Small tweaks, no more than that, but things that are going to help Cancer. It's calling upon you to step into the role of the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is very emotionally sensitive, both to others' emotions and to herself. And where this might be out of balance is that you keep adjusting yourself to support other people's emotions and feelings and what they need. And you might miss yourself out. You might miss yourself out. They're also telling me you might be over generous with your time and your resources. And it's good to be generous and it's good to give, good to offer. But they keep telling me keep something back for yourself this week. Cancer, very, very important. You don't need to impress people. You don't need to perform for them. You don't need to go out to please them. You're in a good space. Just make sure that you use it to serve your own needs as well. I hope that makes sense for you, Cancer. The next sign is going to be Leo. Leo, sun, moon, and rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Sun completing its last few days transiting your sign, Leo. Beautiful, 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 Leo. Feels light, feels potentially romantic for you, Leo. The sense that I get in particular is you starting to notice feelings for somebody who you've known for some time. Or if you're in a relationship with this person already, suddenly your feelings deepen. And so you switch to a new level with somebody. It's a step up. If you pursue it, which you should do, you can't hold back on this at this time, Leo. You're coming in with judgment. And with judgment here, this is all about not finding excuses not to pursue this. I told myself I wouldn't. Not the right time. All the stuff that we got for the collective around around general things for you, Leo, it's coming up in the area of romance and love in particular. It is a good time, but you need to assert yourself on the situation. You can't sit back and wait for them. You're challenged to be a King of Wands, and this is you. So this is you being like, I want this actually. I want this to move forward, or I want to be with this person, or I want this to go this way, this way, this way, this way. And, excuse me, and it's about being able to assert that and not hold back. It's likely to work out very, very well for you with the 10 of Pentacles showing up as your advice card. So you are moving towards something more stable, more solid with this person. It's like it's a done deal, so long as you step up to the mark and say it, say it, say it, and move on it. Don't let a bit of self-doubt get in your way, Leo. You have the Queen of Cups. You can trust your feelings. So your feelings are like, move this forward, move this onward, move it upward. Go with it, Leo. It feels really, really solid and healthy. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Sun is about to enter your sign, Virgo. Mars is already there. Are you ready to move forward on things? Are you ready to assert things? Are you ready to take things in a new and stronger direction because you need to? I feel like you've been working on stuff privately, quietly, bringing ideas together, bringing plans together, and you've been holding back on it, holding back on it, holding back on it, and you need to not hold back on it. This is your time to shift forward, to move forward, and to start to shine and occupy the limelight. Coming in with the Chariot. With the Chariot, Virgo. Which means getting out and making things a reality. Pushing for success. Pushing forward, not waiting for permission. Trusting that the support that you need will come in behind you, because it will at this time. And maybe you've been let down in the past when you've wanted to push forward on things. And maybe that is holding you back. It's caused you to hold yourself back, to feel a little bit constrained, to tie yourself up a little bit. 3 of Swords showing up for you. 8 of Swords showing up as well. You're used to holding back, used to being stuck, used to doing things a certain way. You find it hard to break out of that. but you need to. You need to, because this is about making space for yourself to grow and to assert yourself, Virgo. Becoming a King of Pentacles. Strongest part of the Earth suit. So this is about believing in yourself, that you've done the background work, that you're ready to go out and make a mark in this way, Virgo. It doesn't have to be like it has before, because you are more accomplished, more assured, and the energy is right for you to put your plans into action at this time. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Libra. Libra sun, moon, and rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Libra. Okay, Libra. You might be perceiving the energies as a little unstable this week, Libra, a little up and down, and I feel like you get confident, you're ready to move, ready to go and do something, and then you have a look outside and you're like, oh no, actually, I want to go back. I want to go back. Don't feel it now. You're back for a bit, and then you feel great again, and you're off again, and then so you're not in the most stable place emotionally or energetically, and you might be allowing things to affect and influence you just a little too much. And the sense that I get is that you might attempt to use this as an excuse not to do very much, Libra. And that would be a mistake, because there is action required from you. It's just about being able to focus your efforts, not overdo it. You're coming in with the 9 of Pentacles, so you're in a strong and grounded place. Resources are there for you at this time already, so it's not like you're chasing after anything. However, there is consistent work required, consistent effort required, and there's probably some learning required. What I feel like is that what you might try to avoid is external input, advice, teaching, mentorship, because you might be like, oh no, I know everything by now. I've learned everything, and I don't need that or that or that or that or that or that. So you start to kind of discount everyone else. This is where you start to kind of pull back into yourself in this sense. And I feel it as a kind of inflexibility. I feel it as an intransigence. It's mostly about control for you, Libra, and you don't always admit to having control issues, but I feel like you feel like if you allow anyone else to teach or mentor you, maybe your plans will go to one side because you're easily pulled, easily influenced. You have the moon coming up as your advice. What's actually holding you back? I feel like you have a fear of being influenced at this time. You feel, oh, it's going to knock me over, pull me off course. So You're like, okay, going out as long as no one's going to influence you. And if they are, you want to go and hide away. Let them in, give them a chance. You don't have to change all your plans, all of your ideas, all of your visions, all your ways of doing things because someone else is instructing you to do so. But what you can do is learn something from them, bring those ideas in. Being driven here by the Nine of Cups as well. So I do feel this intransigence coming in with the Nine of Cups, especially. Like, oh no, it's all in place. I just have to wait it out. Nothing to learn, nothing to do. It's all going to be fine. Don't count on it. You got shit to learn, Libra. Someone else's insight or the skills they can teach you, anything else they can offer could be really valuable to you at this time. Be open to them. And more than that, be open to them without ceding all control to them. Can you do that? I feel you can. Challenge for the Libra energy, but you can do it. I hope that makes sense for you. Excuse me for just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. The next sign is going to be Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Another power struggle for you, Scorpio. I mean, not even a real one. I feel like it's one that you're creating for yourself because you like power struggles at times. You like to be able to assert yourself in that domain. And the sense that I get is things are nice and there are supportive people around you. People who want to spend time with you, who want to be with you. Potential good times. And that throws you off guard. It throws you off guard. And so you start feeling like they might have an agenda, or you start conjuring up reasons not to spend time with them, or not to do this, or not to do this, not to do this, not to do this. Because it's all about power for you. With the Magician. And it's also you being distrustful of people who are around you. And yet, I feel the people around you are supportive. You have the King of Pentacles coming up. So I feel like this is somebody who wants to kind of help you to feel grounded, safe, secure. Maybe an earth sign energy who you're dealing with, Scorpio. This could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But the sense that I get very, very strongly is of somebody wanting to help you to feel grounded, secure, safe. And they're going to do that. I feel like they may be offering you material or financial support as well, which you're reluctant to take. What will it mean if I take that? What am I obliged to do? What if bullshit? Doesn't oblige you to do anything. Somebody is offering you support and help. You can accept it. With the Ace of Pentacles, can you accept a helping hand when it's offered to you? When it's going to allow you to feel freer, to move forward, to know that you can trust people. You see, what's in the way for you is the Tower. Not trusting anything to stay solid or secure, Scorpio. And yet it is at this time. There isn't anything to fear. So you can let them in, you can accept that help, and it's going to help you to be able to do the things that you want to moving forward. I hope that makes sense for you, Scorpio. The next sign is going to be Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Things are going very well for you, Sagittarius. You are pulling things off. You are manifesting the things that you've been wanting to manifest. I feel you're having a lot of success. It's going wonderfully. It's going wonderfully, and yet you need to be a little careful not to get too cocky. Pride comes before a fall, Sagittarius. And things are going well, but that doesn't mean that there are not more challenges ahead. And for those things that are going well, you might be projecting a little too far into the future. Well, this is going well, so it's all laid out. So all this is going to happen, and I'll be laughing. I don't have to do any more work, and it's all wonderful. Enjoy the moment, but be prepared for things getting more challenging or shifting as time goes on, Sagittarius. You're coming in with the Magician, so you're doing well. It's going well. You're in control, in your own power, feeling confident. And with the Four of Wands, I feel that you're celebrating. So you've had successes. You're connecting to the right people. It feels comfortable. It feels calm. It feels nice. Don't get carried away. Don't get carried away, because you're still going to be challenged. You're still going to need to shift gears. The Seven of Cups is coming in for you. So while things are going well, they can shift, they can change very, very quickly. And that doesn't have to be in a bad way, but it does mean that you might have to adjust your approach, alter your approach, shift gears, shift things, change things, move, alter, advance, adjust. These are the words they keep giving me. It's not a bad thing by any means. It offers you more opportunities for expansion. However, it does mean having your wits about you. It means having your wits about you, not getting carried away. With the Star showing up, you might feel like it's just going to be plain sailing all the way. It's not. It's not, because it's never plain sailing all the way. You're here to have challenges. You're here to learn through them. You're here to grow through them. So I don't even feel like it's a spanner in the works. It's just a shift in gear that you're going to have to make. Changing track slightly, changing approach slightly. So you're going to need to be flexible at this time, Sagittarius. You can still be optimistic. Just be prepared to make the changes that you need to. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Capricorn. You're downhearted, depressed and despondent, Capricorn. And I don't even feel like you're necessarily responding to what is current. This feels old and it's coming up as a thought form, something that was unhealed, not worked through, not released. But the words they're giving me for you, Capricorn, are nothing ever works out for me. And you know that's not actually true for a start, because you can list the things that have done, but you're in this pessimistic place where you're like, nah, it's all shit. Always shit. Never works out. Nah, 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 nah. Coming in with the Three of Swords. Very downhearted. Asking for support. Not really wanting support when it comes in either, but using this to deflect from doing anything, and it's kind of unnecessary, unnecessary, unnecessary. Because things are actually poised to get better for you really quickly. If you can shift yourself out of this place, if you can shift yourself to a place of optimism, if you can accept the help coming in, if you can accept the grace of the universe, because all of this is coming for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune showing up and you have the Ace of Pentacles showing up. So opportunity is about to knock for you. And with you being Capricorn, you'll be pleased to hear it's like a material, work or financial opportunity as well. For some of you, it's a romantic opportunity too. That's also coming, but it's material, it's tangible, it's real. You can grasp it. It will be in front of you. You can be, okay, actually, yeah, I'll take that. But you're not even going to notice it, or you're going to push it away if you go into this belief system that nothing ever works out. So just be open to it, Capricorn. You can help yourself by counting your blessings as well, the things that have gone right for you, that have moved forward, that are going well, because it's not all as bad as you feel, but it's poised to get a lot better for you this week. Maybe not in the way that you had decided it would in advance. So be open to the universe surprising you in a new way. The Nine of Cups, you might be quite rigid in what you would accept. Fuck that, okay? You have something very good coming in, and all you have to be able to do is accept it and grasp it with both hands. Feels really positive. Uncross those arms and accept that sometimes things come in a different form from that which you might like. I hope that makes sense for you, Capricorn. The next sign is going to be Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising for the 19th to the 25th of August 2019. Aquarius. Main energy coming through this week for you, Aquarius, is to hold steady. hold steady. I feel like you are being affected a lot by some events coming up in your life, maybe by broader world events as well. And you might feel like, I can't take it, I'm going to collapse, I'm going to do this, except you can. You don't need to take the whole weight of the world on your shoulders, but you do need to take responsibility for yourself. And I feel like things are not quite as severe as you're perceiving them as or anticipating them to be. You're coming in with the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all about knowing your own emotional state and working with it. Holding space for yourself, but not succumbing to that. You have the Four of Pentacles coming up in the challenge position as well. So the sense that I get is one of, it's not quite hunkering down, but it's holding steady. Recognize the things that you have, recognize where you're at, recognize the things that you can do that help you to withstand storms at times, because you might be experiencing a bit of one. And I feel like it will blow over, but it comes in a little hard with the Emperor. It may also be an Aries energy that you're dealing with. Sun, moon, or rising, and it's destabilizing to you. It feels like something that is being imposed upon you. Fiery energy. However, it's likely to burn itself out. So it's important that you don't assume the worst and succumb. Self-care, self-preservation, reach out for emotional support if you need to as well, Aquarius, because it's not fun, but it feels short-lived. I hope that makes sense for you. The next sign is going to be Pisces. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising for the 19th to the 25th of August, 2019. Hi, Tara. Okay, Pisces. In line with the collective energy, at least, the sun moving opposite your sign once it moves into Virgo, Pisces, you might go on a little bit of a destructive bent towards what you perceive as coming at you, even though it's not really coming at you, but you have this sense of doubt around it, this perception, this belief. You're not the only sign perceiving something as an imposition coming at you. But just give me a second because something's interfering with my energy, excuse me. If you can hold your questions to the end, that's really useful. Thank you. Okay, Pisces, you're being challenged to Be creative rather than destructive at this time. Some of you are feeling a bit distractive. I'm going to burn that. I'm going to get my shots in there. I'm going to do this, do this, do this. And it might just need to slow down a bit. You're coming in with the Page of Wands and your challenge is the Page of Pentacles. There's a bit of a clash going on here. I feel like you might tear somebody down. You might have an impact upon them, which is quite harsh, quite nasty. And I feel like this is somebody who genuinely wants to help you, wants to support you, wants to work with you. Maybe wants to learn from you. It certainly wants to connect with you. And it feels like a really good opportunity for connection and potentially for collaboration. Unless you go in all guns blazing. Unless you expect the worst and you tear them down before they even get started. And then where are you? So this can go either way. With the Wheel of Fortune, I would strongly suggest that you give them space, give them a chance. Keep the communication light-hearted. Have fun. Don't expect or perceive the worst or give them a hard time because they may take that to heart. And sometimes you take things to heart and you know what that's like. So don't inflict that on other people. Some of you have got a fear of people getting close to you with the Nine of Swords that is driving this. Catch that. Catch that and move it to one side. Give them a chance. It feels like a good connection, a good opportunity for you, Pisces. I hope that makes sense for you. That is all 12 signs. I have time to pull cards for a couple of people. If you have a question for me, please pop it in the live chat and I will see which of you I am drawn to. And whilst I'm waiting for those to come through, please remember to like and share the video, everyone. And please remember to subscribe and enable notifications. If you'd like to book a personal reading, leave me a donation, collaborate with me, work with me, get in touch with me. All my details are in the box below. I would love to hear from you. Let me see if there are any questions coming through. Sophie Cos is asking about their love life. Okay, Sophie. Sophie Cos, love life. Yes, you're noticing someone, Sophie. You're noticing someone. Feelings are getting deeper. Gazing into their eyes, starting to daydream. Sounds nice. And then I feel it's like you don't quite allow yourself to go there. Yank yourself back to reality. What if this compromises my independence or gets in the way, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this? And so you might not give something a chance to be. You have the Page of Cups showing up. You have the Nine of Pentacles showing up, but you also have the Ten of Pentacles showing up. The Nine of Pentacles is lovely. Independence, success, security, fine. Groundedness, great. Ten of Pentacles is one better because there's someone else in it with you. And it doesn't compromise things. It doesn't undermine things. So you can give this person a chance to make that contact with you. Don't hold back. Don't feel scared. You don't need to hide away at this time. This feels really, really positive. So whoever your eye is on, whoever you're focused on, that can move further and it's going to be just fine. I hope that makes sense for you, Sophie. Let me see who else is coming on. Margaret L. Is the person professing his love legit? Immediately had a card drop to the floor there for you, Margaret. Is he legit? Yes, he's a very, very serious person with these matters. He is somebody who says what he means, goes in for long-term work, going in for all of this. Comes in with the Knight of Pentacles. So yes, this is somebody who is trustworthy, above board. I feel like he's in love with you. I'm not sure he's 100% committed to just you just yet, because I don't feel like this has necessarily moved to that stage. And one of you at least has been looking around at other people. It might be him or it might be you. But with the Three of Cups, I get the sense that one of you is reluctant to commit. Can't tell you which one, but you'll know. So that is the sticking point. He's serious. Are you? That's the question for you, coming straight back at you. Because if you're serious, there's no problem. But if you're looking to project that onto him, no, he is serious. And if you ask for a commitment, I feel you'll get one. I hope that makes sense for you. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, evening, night, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. Please remember to subscribe and enable notifications. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, leave me a tip or a donation, or get in touch for any other reason, my details are just in the box below. Thank you, and I'll see you all again really, really soon.